Focus on my brake lights.
Ain't turning back. Now that I'm back on track, yeah. Take my word from it. Put a couple bands on it. And I don't plan on letting people turn me. No. You can say what you want. I'ma keep pressing on. I can't go pop that green light. I'm feeling green right. Talking to my past life. Focus on my brake lights. Cruising to my future.
You are watching Breaking the Silence. And again, breaking the silence is the best time of the day.
It sure is.
Right, ladies?
Yes, ma'am.
Maybe they're like, why is it the best time of the day? Because there's so much that goes on in breaking the silence. You laugh, sometimes you cry, sometimes you get a little bit angry because we do break the silence on topics that people don't normally talk about. But before we get into today's topics, let us introduce ourselves. I'm ShyTia.
I'm Nori.
And I'm Francisca.
And again, you are watching Breaking the Silence. And ladies, listen, we have this habit that we need to stop.
Uh-oh, what is
You know
it?
what we need to stop? We need to stop saying sorry for every single thing. Now it is time for us to reclaim our voices. Because you know, there's a lot of times when I'm just like, sorry, can you repeat that?
Yeah.
Sorry, this is that. So it's like sorry becomes such a habit for us to say, and not everything we need to say sorry for.
You're right.
So
You're
we are
right.
going to be speaking on how you can stop that if you have that habit.
Okay.
And we're also going to be talking about then versus now. But we're going to be talking about what happened to family. Because when you look at family today, it is completely different than what we grew up on, or even the idea of family that we had. So we're going to be talking about then, how family was then, and how it's now, and if it's a good thing, a bad thing. You just got to stay tuned and keep watching us, right? And we're going to have Picture This Phrase.
Oh.
Let's see if we can actually get any right, because we're always
It's been a struggle
struggling
lately.
with that. So we're definitely gonna have that, and we have our Empowered Echo segment,
All right.
where we like to give quotes and kind of give feedback on the quotes.
Okay.
But ladies, I have a question for you. If you can take a solo trip, remember solo, you're by yourself. No, Nori, your husband cannot go.
Okay.
You by yourself. Where would you go and why?
Where would I go?
Not your bed either.
Okay. It's very simple. I'll go back home. I'll go back to Guatemala because it's a familiar place, and I'll be comfortable to move around and, you know, solo, as opposed to a strange place I've never been to before. So, yeah. Okay.
Right.
What about you, Francisca?
I think I would want to go to Iceland. Yeah, Iceland is supposed to be really safe for female travelers, and I would love to be able to go there. Of course, the Northern Lights draw my attention.
She's so big
and
on
the
that.
hot springs and the whale watching and just all the beautiful things that they have there in Iceland. And the community there is very welcoming. It's very warm. So I would want to go to
Iceland. Okay, what about you, Tia?
Hey, that is cool. I think I want to go somewhere in Africa. Don't ask me which country, because I did not do that much
Dubai?
research. I don't know. No, maybe.
South Africa?
Maybe. We'll see. Maybe
Nigeria?
in the future. But I do want to enjoy like the jungles. I want to enjoy like the safaris. Those things, you know, where it's like, and also you can kind of get back to see how life was without all of, because of course, there's some places where it's like hustle and bustle like here, but there's also some places where it's just like quiet and natural, and you kind of can connect more with nature than it is in like big cities like Houston or New York or anything like that. So somewhere where I can kind of enjoy and just go slow, because everything is so fast paced, you know? Like with BTS, it's so fast paced that we're already about to go on commercial.
Already.
Right? So now you got to get your coffee, your tea, your laundry ready.
Your laundry,
So that way you can come back and watch our show. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Feeling the energy? You're tuned into the right place. Breaking the silence is keeping it real, right here, right now. More empowering conversations, and the voices you need to hear are coming up next. Stay with Angelique, Francisca, Nori, ShyTia. The conversation is just getting started.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets with nowhere to go, but I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year. For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there, providing hot meals, a safe place to sleep, medical care, and love.
They just really genuinely just wanted to help me succeed, and I'm succeeding.
To learn more, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back. Dad! You probably don't remember what you told me.
That was perfect.
But I heard every word.
Known as the first state to sign the U.S. Constitution, home of tax-free shopping, and the second smallest state in the United States, this is Delaware. From its colonial beginnings to its modern-day charm, Delaware has plenty of stories to tell. You can begin to write a new story today by visiting the Universal Church here in Delaware at 807 North Union Street, Wilmington, Delaware, 19805. Moving on to the captivating state of Virginia. Established in 1607 as the first English colony in what would later become the United States, Virginia is home to 8 million residents. The state capital, Richmond, hosts one of our universal churches. Embark on a new journey by visiting us at 200 East Belt Boulevard, Richmond, Virginia, 23224. Lastly, let's explore Connecticut. Renowned as the birthplace of the hamburger and the site of the first U.S. subway, standing as the third smallest state alongside Delaware, Connecticut thrives as a vibrant cultural center that many families call home. Bring your loved ones to our Connecticut location at 324 Madison Avenue, Bridgeport, Connecticut 06604. Our doors are open for everyone. Come as you are, because there is hope for you.
On Breaking the Silence, we aim to broaden your horizons on a variety of topics.
Justification that comes with any addiction.
Beneficial advice you can use in your daily life.
But as you mature, you have to be with someone who matures with you.
Let's explore today's topic together on Breaking the Silence.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that? I'm sorry, but I don't think it's like that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to bother you. I'm sorry to bother you. How many times have you said, I'm sorry, just today alone? Why is it something that it is a habit for us to say sorry, even when we don't need to be sorry? Why do we need to be sorry for asking a question? Like today, I was in a meeting and I was the only female in the meeting. And so all the others were asking questions like, this and that, repeat this, say that, you know. And then when it came to me, I'm sorry, I didn't quite get that. And then you see, it's like for us female, we're kind of taught to, you know, we have to be polite, we have to be calm, you know, we don't want to be that bother. So it's like whenever we need something repeated, whenever we need something done, whenever we need to give our opinion even, because sometimes we go, I'm sorry, but I don't think it's like that. Why can't we say, I don't think it's like that?
Yeah.
You know, go ahead.
You know, I'm hearing you say that, and it's just something that is not, for me, in my own personal opinion, it's something that we're taught because we're taught that, you know, we have to be silent or we have to, you know, not impose, or the word I'm looking for in Spanish is called importunar. It's like, before you want to like bother somebody or interrupt somebody.
Soften it.
Yeah, so you automatically just start with,
I'm sorry, or like, I'm sorry to bother you, excuse me, I'm sorry. You know, it's
and you
kind
say
of
it like 5 times. It's not even like, I'm sorry, but you're just like,
it's
I'm
something you constantly say.
Please excuse me, but I just need to ask a quick question. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, and you're just like, I'm so sorry. And it's just like
even when it comes to speak, you're like, I'm sorry, can I speak? Like, why do we have to say I'm sorry before?
To bother you? Like
there you
when
go.
you call someone, like, oh, I'm sorry to bother you. Are you able? And they're like, if I wasn't able, why would I answer the phone? You know, but it's like, who taught us that? Like, where did it go down the line for it to be told? You have to say, I'm sorry. Like, you have to always say this. You have to always say that. Especially because a lot of times it kind of shrinks us. It kind of makes us, you know, fall into the background. And in certain positions or certain places, it's like, you can't be that person who's in the background. Like, sometimes you have to be that person in the front. And if you're always, oh, I'm sorry about this, I'm sorry about that. Like, I'm sorry, but you didn't do your job right. And now I have to teach you. And why do I have to, like, why am I apologizing that you messed up and I have to correct you?
We do that so much. We apologize because somebody else messes up. And then we're over there apologizing and we have nothing really to be sorry for. But we feel like we have to do it. I guess as we grow up, we see a lot of the times like our moms always apologizing. We see other women, other role models always apologizing for their feelings, apologizing for their viewpoints, apologizing just because they feel like they're an inconvenience to other people. And the only reason that people feel this inconvenience is because we're showing it through our words. We're showing it when we show up in that way as, I'm sorry to bother you, meaning that like, we don't value ourselves enough to think that we are worthy of interrupting somebody else's day or asking a question. Like you said, I'm sorry, but I didn't understand that. There's nothing wrong with you saying, I don't understand something, but the insecurity or, you know, just feeling awkward for having to ask is when you say, I'm sorry, but I didn't understand that. And a lot of the times we do that just because we want to show like respect and say, I'm sorry, I didn't understand that, because we're afraid if we just say, I didn't understand that, it's going to come across as rude. It's going to come across insensitive. It's going to come across as like, you know, you're putting yourself out there in not a nice way. So we feel like when we say I'm sorry, it's like a kind, soft way of being able to say what we need to say.
But that's why it's important to reclaim our voice, because again, you shouldn't have to apologize when you're gonna correct somebody in the sense that it's gonna help them, it's gonna benefit them, it's going to pave the way for them to do a better job next time. So why should I have to apologize when I'm breaking down correction, you know, for you so you can be a better person? You know, of course, fine. Silence can also feel like safety. You avoid conflicts, you avoid confrontations, or you avoid, you know, what others might think or what others might say about you. But sorry doesn't necessarily need to go before all of that. You need to be assertive in what you need to do. That also shows a type of confidence. It also shows a type, you know, of boldness, of courage. Not that you're shying away or wanting to annul yourself, but if you're in the position, especially if you're in the position of leadership or whatever, you can't go around telling, you know, all of your employees or whatever, I'm sorry, but you were a bit late. So, excuse me. No, like you
because then they're going to keep doing it.
Exactly.
It's like, well, it's her fault. Like, you know, she feels like the blame is on her. So I'm not taking the blame. But when you tell them like, hey, you know, you're coming late, please, you know, have consideration. Like, of course, you're not going to do it rude. Like, oh, you're late, you're going to get docked, you know. But if you have an honest conversation, but have that assertiveness, then people will stop taking advantage of you, because a lot of times they see that as a way to take advantage, and we teach it on to the next generation. And we have to be the ones to stop the cycle, right? We have to start allowing the children, the girls especially, to speak up for themselves, to know that it is okay to have feelings. It is okay to, you know, have an opinion. It is okay to need help. You don't always have to say, I'm sorry, or apologize for those things. So if we first learn it ourselves, then we're able to teach the next generation, where we have more women who are stronger, who stand up for their values, who make a difference in this world because they know their worth and they know what they're going to do and how they're going to benefit someone else, not only them. So if you have this habit of always saying, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Yes, we're not telling you never apologize. No, apologize if you have to, but also learn new ways to say something when you don't have to always say, I'm sorry. But hey, I'm sorry because we got to go on a break and we'll be right back.
Breaking the silence. Sometimes all it takes is a conversation. We're talking career hacks, relationship advice, and the tools to build an amazing life. Keep it here.
The challenges our planet's animals are facing sometimes feel a bit heavy.
The animals haven't eaten in a day, 2 days. They haven't drank anything. They're cold. They're dehydrated.
But remember, there's good happening right now. At home.
All right, we were able to get into your unit, and we have all 4 of your cats. So,
okay. And around the world for any animal, any disaster. Search ifa.org/disaster ready.
Hi, Bishop. This is James. I've been struggling to sleep lately. Please pray for me.
Hi, it's Brandon from Tennessee. I can't take it anymore. My life keeps getting worse. Please pray for me.
My name is Jane. I watch you on my 9. I believe that God can heal me. Please pray for me. I feel like my days are just passing me by. I don't know where to go from here. Please pray for me.
Hi, it's Katie. I need prayer. My husband hasn't been feeling well. The doctors say it's nothing, but he hasn't eaten for days now. We are here for you. Our helpline is 24/7. Text us at 1-888-312-4141.
Is it time yet?
It's time.
Let's start time for dinner.
Oh, it's really good.
Donating pet food is one of the many ways you can help families in your community. Pets and people belong together. Learn more at petsandpeopletogether.org.
Breaking the silence is back. Let's keep the conversation going.
So, are you ready to picture this phrase? So, ladies, here we're going to have some pictures and we have to guess which common phrase is it. Because, you know, sometimes we grew up on hearing something and we can figure it out. Or sometimes it's not that common for us, you know. But let's see how well we do because we know how challenging this one is.
Yes. All right, okay, I'm ready. I'm not ready, but I'm ready. I have no choice. So
pressure,
let's go.
no pressure. Right? All right. Let's see the first one.
Oh my gosh. What? Oh no.
You should get this, Miss Nori.
Really? Mm-hmm. Oh no.
Oh, go.
Sorry.
The top word don't want to read.
I don't know.
Okay.
Ready?
3, 2,
1.
Chain of events.
I put chain of events.
Oh yeah, you're right. Look at that.
Yeah.
Come on,
Nori.
Nori.
It was like broken.
Put on. Yeah. Okay. Put your game hat on, Nori. Come on, let's go, girl.
Ready for the next one?
Yes, come on.
Okay, let us see the next one.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Y'all. Okay. Ready.
I might be wrong, but
okay.
Sure.
Let's go.
Eyes on the prize.
Oh, I put first prize.
Oh.
Because I saw the eye, but I'm thinking maybe it was like a 1.
Listen, I'm doing horrible already, y'all.
Okay. I got it, y'all. I got it.
You got it now?
I'm locked in.
Okay. All right. I haven't yet.
Let's go for the next one.
She's downloading.
Oh, I know this one.
This is easy. Okay, ready?
Okay.
Okay, ready?
Forgive and forget.
Yes.
Forgive and forget. Yes.
Okay.
Forgive and forget.
As soon as you write it down, show it.
Yes, boss.
Let's do it.
You got this.
All right.
We got this. Next one.
On second thought?
Oh. Yep.
Yeah.
What were you going to show?
Mine was kind of sort of similar, but it wasn't that.
What was it?
No, I'm not going to share it.
She never want to share hers.
It wasn't right, so I'm not going to share it. Okay.
Next one.
All right.
What is this supposed to be? Oh my God. Oh! From A to Z.
Oh, no.
What? Oh my goodness.
Do we get a hint?
And that was such confidence too.
I'm not seeing anything missing, so...
Oh no.
Oh, wait.
No. You guys got me. I'm done. What?
I put all the letters in the alphabet.
I put alphabet. OMG. Are you guys serious? Why are you guys making it so hard so early? Okay. What is this?
Are all the letters really there?
Do you guys know?
No,
Can y'all send me the answer real quick?
There's one letter missing. But I don't know the phrase.
Oh!
Missing you.
Yeah. Oh, man.
I saw that there was a U missing, but
that was crazy.
I didn't see the U was missing.
That's
at
horrible.
First. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't see it at first either. Okay, next one.
Okay.
I'm so over. How am I gonna word this?
Think before you speak. We said it at the same time.
All right.
Oh my gosh.
I was like trying to write as fast
Me
as possible.
too. I was like, my fingers aren't moving
done
quick
with
enough.
this game already. Okay.
Yeah, I was like that with one game recently. It was not easy.
No second chance.
No second chance.
No second chance.
But did you write it?
Yes.
That's just scribble.
Well, I'm trying to write it as fast as I can.
That's just scribble.
I wrote it though.
You tried.
Okay.
I still get that point. Stop playing. Cut me some slack.
you on the
I'm
board.
struggling.
Yeah.
Finally. Okay. Whoa. Huh.
I put below sea level. I don't think that's right.
No.
No. They didn't even. Oh.
Oh my goodness.
Oh. See eye to eye.
Oh.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
All right. Okay, Francisca.
All right, let's go.
That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Next
She knows
one.
I'm crazy.
You just me.
You just me.
Just you and me?
That better. Okay. I was about to say.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, it's not this. Man. No.
You just me.
This is hard.
Just
this
you,
is
me.
hard. Oh my gosh, these are challenging. I'm really struggling. I don't think I've struggled so much in my life.
We need to get a book for these games.
Yeah. I feel like it's like, you just got me.
No.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry.
You just me.
Mm-mm.
You, me, just.
No.
All right. Can we get a hint?
I give up.
Just between you and me.
Oh, but.
Oh my goodness.
I was kind
Because
of.
just was between.
Yeah. I didn't think of between. I was thinking of and, like.
And.
Y'all made this really hard. Y'all really made this hard, but okay.
Yeah.
Do we got any
We're gonna
more?
keep this just between us.
Okay.
Okay.
Tia, your face. You look so focused. Oh my gosh.
I got it.
No, I don't. No.
I see you understand.
Oh. Okay.
You see, I understood that.
Yeah, that was pretty simple.
Now that you know the answer.
Okay, the last one for all the marbles. Oh.
Once upon a moon. Once upon the moon.
No. No.
On the moon.
Once in a blue moon.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
She said nope. I knew something like that.
And the winner's Nori!
Yes!
Yes! Probably Francisca. I got it.
Girl, you knew you had it.
I really thought Francisca
Stop
was
playing.
winning.
No, I think towards the end you started taking it.
Yeah.
Where was my popcorn?
Yeah,
never bring the popcorn at the right
I
moment.
know, right?
Yeah.
Horrible.
Okay, so we hope that you did better than us because we definitely was struggling there for a moment.
Y'all
but
feeling
we
the
are
pain
not
for me.
going to apologize, ladies.
No.
We are not going to
We're not.
apologize, but we're going to go on a quick break and we'll see you soon.
Hear from strong women who are crushing their goals, overcoming challenges, and living their best lives. You won't want to miss a single empowering minute. Stay tuned and join the movement.
This isn't just television, it's Living Faith Network, where every program is designed to strengthen your faith. From award-winning Bible series to daily news to wholesome cartoons and uplifting entertainment, your spirit will thank you. Catch us on Verizon Fios Channel 792, Frontier Communications Channel 726, DirecTV Channel 42, New York viewers, Dish Channel 39, New York viewers, LFN.
What troubles have you been going through? Heartbreak, depression, family trauma, incurable diseases, or financial setback? Don't give up. There is a way out. Call 888-332-4141, our toll-free 24-hour helpline today.
From the pages of the Bible An epic story of faith and destiny. The Promised Land. Joshua leads the 12 tribes of Israel.
Those who choose not to follow orders will be considered traitors.
Conquering kingdoms. Facing betrayal.
Well, I believe that you would be a great leader, but I was wrong.
And fighting impossible battles. Love. Intrigue. War. And miracles. A drama like no other. Experience timeless lessons.
He answered me.
And the power of true faith.
I come to you and I humbly beg of you for aid.
The Promised Land, only on LFN. Monday through Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, and Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Tune in and be inspired.
On Breaking the Silence, we aim to broaden your horizons on a variety of topics.
Off your phones and enjoy each other.
Beneficial advice you can use in your daily life.
It's always important to consult your doctor.
Let's explore today's topic together on Breaking the Silence.
What does family even look like anymore? If we're really thinking back to it, to the 90s, to the 80s, to the 70s, and we compare life to 2010, 2020, we see that the idea of family is completely different. Before, girls would learn about home economics, they would learn about sewing, cooking, all of that, because everyone wanted to have a family. Nowadays, family don't even exist anymore, right, ladies?
I don't even think if they have home economics anymore.
They don't, no.
I totally forgot about that till you said that. I remember in high school.
She's like, maybe that's
I realized what I was going to say, but I remember taking those classes in school.
Yeah.
They used to have that, you had to take it.
And nowadays, there's no. When I was in high school, there was no home economics. There was no sewing, no cooking, none anything.
Of that.
Everything was just to focus on your career, to make sure that you have a stable career and you do this and you're successful. And it's not saying that we're not saying for people not to be successful anymore, but we see that the society's focus have shifted.
Completely.
Where it's like, even nowadays, married couples with children went from 67% to only 37%.
Wow.
So it's like we see that as less than half. It's a little over a third of the population when it was before 2/3 of the population. So we see how much it dropped dramatically, and we also see that, again, things are being intentional.
Yeah.
People want to be single. No one wants to be married anymore. No one wants to have a relationship. Or even if they want to be with a partner, they don't want to define the relationship. Oh, no, because as soon as we get married, I see people get married and then they divorce, they break up. So it's just better for us to live together for 30, 40 years, but never actually have that marriage, never actually have that commitment to each other. And we see that it's becoming intentional rather than accidental. Back in the days, maybe people would not have kids because they would be infertile, but you have fertile people today who don't want to have kids.
Yeah, and back in the days when you used to ask children, what do you want to do? What do you want to be? How do you want your future to look like? You would see that a lot of their responses was, oh, I want to be a mom, I want to be a dad. Not because they wanted to have kids at an early age, but the fact that what they saw at home is something that really impacted them. And they're like, that's exactly what I want for my future. I want a stable home. The way my mom provides for me, I want to be able to do that, for my children in the future. I want to be that breadwinner. I want to be the one that holds the family together. I want to be the one that has, that's that strong pillar at home to provide for my children, for my wife, for my home. That was the ultimate goal. But nowadays, you ask kids what they want to do, what they want to be, how do they see themselves a few years from now? And the first thing that they're going to say is a businessman, businesswoman,
MBA,
and doing a whole bunch of stuff, just everything but having a stable family.
Exactly.
When it comes to kids, ooh, child, forget it. I don't see myself. No one wants to have kids at all. So that's just what we're seeing nowadays compared to how it used to be back in home. It's like people are afraid, literally afraid of establishing, of having a family, because they look at it now. Me personally, I see it as they look at it more as a burden now than a blessing.
Exactly.
You know.
And it's very true. And a lot of people are even saying that the reasons that they don't want to have children is the financial cost.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to get married. They don't want to get into relationships because they're comfortable living at home. You see so many people in multi-generational homes nowadays because people just cannot afford to live on their own. So they're like, well, if I bring a child into this world, if I go and get married, then that means that, you know, I'm not going to be able to take care of my family financially. And a lot of that is stopping people from having families, and they don't want to move out of the house. They don't want to have that extra stress on top of their shoulders. And it's really bringing the society down a lot by not having these families. Families teach us so much. Families add so much value. And because we're afraid, I'm sure that in the 70s and in the 80s, people were afraid to have children. People were like, well, how am I going to take care of them? How am I going to pay for them? But they made a way. And I think now we get so afraid to move in life, regardless of what the situation is. We live in a place of fear. Fear that we're not going to be able to make it. Fear we're not going to have the money. Fear we're going to get fired. Fear we're going to get this. And it's like we're living in this state and we're not taking action. And it's because we see so much at our fingertips that we see, like, oh, how quick you could get fired, how quick you could lose things. People are becoming homeless overnight. And so these people will operate from a place of fear, and they're like, well, I don't want to have to deal with that. I don't want that. But we need to have families. We need to have children. We need to be able to raise kids with this idea that having a family and raising kids and taking care of your household and taking care of your husband and doing all these things is what we should be doing. Getting back to the root of the things.
You know, you're mentioning fear is just reminding me, back in the days, women used to have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
10,
9,
12.
10 kids. And it was so interesting because majority of them were stay-at-home moms, and they were still able to provide. Okay, given times have changed, things have gotten more expensive, but just the unity, just the whole concept of having a family and raising a family. Like, if you go and ask those who are like in their late 30s, early 40s and stuff, what it meant to grow up, you know, with your family, with your siblings and stuff. And I'm pretty sure many people have seen like certain pictures of it on social media. Whenever the family got together, whenever the household, you know, was full with all the kids, people would sleep on the couch, on the floor and stuff. And you would have a grand moment. Like, these were things great memories. These were things that people used to go after and cherish. But nowadays it's just like everybody wants to be on their own. You know, everyone is just focused, you know, on money and just, you know, living the fast-paced life.
It's not something that is just now starting now. But we see that also rise of single parent household. And, you know, a lot of times it's like children will see like, oh, I saw like my mom struggle. I saw this struggle. And I don't want that for myself. So it's like they also have that trauma as well. Like, they had this problem, they had this situation. So I don't want to go into that. Or I want to make sure I'm successful enough to have this family, to do this. But by the time they reach that goal, where it's time for them to settle down. You know, first of all, not a lot of other single people are available because people got married beforehand. Or it's like you're in an age where you're going to have difficulty starting a family. You're going to have to do like fertility treatments and all of these things because you waited so late in life. So I think it's like we have to see what people's priorities are nowadays. And once you know the priority, then you will be able to enjoy that family. Don't allow like past trauma, past hurts, things like that, or things that you saw that maybe you didn't agree with when you were younger to stop you, especially if you do have that vision of having a family. Don't be to yourself. Don't think that nobody else wants, because there are people out there who do want. And again, in order for society to thrive, we need children, we need families, especially stable families, so that way society can continue going the right way. But we're going to go on a quick break and we'll be right back.
laugh, learn, and love with Breaking the Silence. We'll be right back.
Do you have a persistent issue with no solution in sight? Jesus taught that perseverance, faith, and action are the key factors to overcoming in this world. Which is why the Universal Church is open every day of the week. Join one of our chains of prayer by consistently attending a specific meeting over a series of weeks to find victory over the problems you're struggling with. Chains of prayer are designed to help you focus your faith, build a solid relationship with God, and tear down any obstacles that hinder your life, no matter how big or small. Choose which chain of prayer you would like to make. Monday, Prosperity with God. True prosperity only comes through God and His principles, and not through the greed of this world. Tuesday is Healing Day. Cast off the spirit of infirmity to experience physical, mental, and emotional healing through Jesus' resurrection power. Wednesday is a night of salvation. Seek and receive the outpouring of the Holy Spirit. Thursday is a school of faith. No matter what your family struggles are, every family member can be transformed through powerful prayers. Friday is a day of deliverance. If you feel that evil supernatural forces are attacking you, the power and authority of Jesus Christ will set you free. Saturday is a meeting of impossible cases. All things are possible for him who believes. Sunday is a gathering of faith and miracles. Learn the practical tools to know God deeply and to access His miraculous power in your life.
It is time for our Empowered Echo. And I just love this segment, ladies, because we see quotes from people maybe that you might not ever have thought will have something profound to say. Mm-hmm. And it's always good to have something motivational that you keep with you, because we do go through difficult moments. We do need that moment where we need to remember, like, you know what, this reminds me of a quote so-and-so said. Let me hold on to that. Let me keep that with me when I'm going through this moment, because like she said, I'll rise above it, right? Yeah. So we have some quotes, lady. We hope that if you enjoy it, if you say, I want to hold on to this, that you write it down. Mm-hmm. But let us get into our first quote. All right. So our first quote is from Judy Garland, and it says, always be a first-rate version of yourself instead of a second-rate version of someone else. So for me, what I get from this is, first off, we will never be like other people. Mm-hmm. And it's like, it's not a problem to look up to someone, to admire them, but knowing that we'll never be like them, it's like if you change who you are to become like them, you're not going to shine like they're going to shine, because they are who they are. So always work on being who you are, to improve you, to be the best version of you that you can be, rather than trying to be someone else, because you'll never be that person.
Yeah. Okay. Well, what I understood from it is kind of basically the same thing. It's kind of like embracing your strength, your qualities, everything good that's about you, instead of looking at others and trying to like be like them, imitate them. Because again, just like Tia said, you're uniquely you, in other words, you know? So instead of applauding other people because of great qualities that they have, you also have yours. So applaud to yourself as well.
Yeah. What I took away from this was that when we try to become the version that other people want us to be, we will never be the best version of ourselves because we're trying to fit a mold that we think other people want us to be. And the only time we can be the best version of ourselves is when we're being true and authentic to ourselves. Then we can be that first-rate version of ourselves because we're truly being who we are. But when we try and fit the mold of other people, we will always come up short. Because we're not being authentic to ourselves. And we are not being authentic to those that we're around either, because we're only showing them a version of us that we think they want to see. And it will never, ever measure up.
Mic drop.
That was a good one.
So next one. Nori, can you read it?
All right. So this one's from Beyonce. If everything was perfect, you would never learn and you would never grow. This right here, I mean, this don't even really need much explanation at all because, listen, nothing will ever, and listen, isn't those moments where you fail, where you get things wrong and stuff like that, is that you learn, is that you grow, you gain experience, character, all of these things shape you to be the best version of yourself. So,
Yeah, and it's like, first of all, you're gonna make mistakes, but it's through the mistakes that you learn. As it says, you learn, you grow. Imagine if you were perfect, you would just never think that you had to change anything about yourself, and you kind of be like this boring person because who, honestly speaking, who wants to be around someone who's perfect? Like, we feel so self-conscious when we're like, oh my goodness, she's so perfect, like, and I'm this and I'm that, and it's just like no one wants to be around a perfect person. But when you're realistic, when you're like, hey, I make mistakes, I have flaws, I have this, you're more relatable to other people as well.
And when life is perfect and doesn't throw you curveballs, you're never ever going to grow because you're always going to just be like, oh, well, everything's perfect, everything is fine. And that's the problem. When people start to think that everything is fine, that they're perfect, everything is good, you get stagnant in that area and you will never ever grow. So we need to kind of have those difficult moments so that we can see in ourselves who we are.
Learn how to navigate those curveballs.
And people, you know, when they're bored, when they have nothing, they end up doing things they shouldn't do. They end up getting in trouble because it's like everything is too calm for them.
Right.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Just one more. Really quickly. Okay.
All right. There is more to life than being a passenger. Amelia Earhart. So, I mean, I think this speaks volumes here, right? We don't want to be a passenger of somebody else's story, but we need to be the driver of our own story. Because when you're the passenger, you're allowing life to lead you. You're allowing people to steer you and place you in directions and on paths that you would not choose for yourself. So we have to take control of our own lives, be the driver in our life, and go down the path that we see fit and we see that is best for us, and not just sit on the sidelines being passive and allowing life to just toss us like the wind wherever life is going to take us. But we have to go with purpose, with direction, and then we'll be able to see the things that we need to see.
Not being afraid to do it.
Yeah. Because only you know what you're capable of. So it's like when you know, like, and deep down inside, like, I can do it. If someone else is controlling you, you'll never do it. But when you're able to just take that bull by the horn and just do it, you see that you do make a difference in this world.
Defying the odds, just like she did.
Exactly. That is all the time we have. I know you want to hear more quotes. You love this segment, but we're going to go on a quick break. Breaking the Silence is not over, so don't go anywhere. We're still coming back after this break.
Your voice, breaking the silence. Breaking the Silence. Real women, real conversations, real time. Empowering, motivating, and inspiring you live throughout the week. But we know life gets busy, and you shouldn't have to miss a single moment. Check out watch.ulfn.org/breaking the silence. Your one-stop destination to catch up, rewatch, and relive your favorite episodes anytime. Unfiltered conversations, influential guests, life-changing moments. All just a click away. Why miss out when you can experience Breaking the Silence over and over again on your time? Start watching today. Do you have a dream dream tucked away? It's time to break free and chase it. Breaking the Silence celebrates women who dare to dream big and change the world. Get the tools and motivation to turn your dream into reality. Breaking the Silence. Ignite your passion. Unleash your potential. Weekdays on ULFN.
Jesus was more than just another man. He was God in the flesh who revealed the power of the Spirit as he performed many miracles and taught the truths of the kingdom of heaven. Jesus established his church to carry on his mission, to reveal God through both his actions and his words. The Universal Church takes that mission very seriously as a school of faith. Our goal is to help you discover and develop your faith so your life can be transformed. We teach you how to draw closer to God by activating trust, faith, and obedience. Essential spiritual building blocks for a deeper relationship with Him. What sets us apart is that your problems become ours as we fight your battles for you and alongside you. Any victory and success that you win by faith becomes God's victory and success, so that you can become the next powerful testimony for His glory. Let's help you find what you've been searching for.
So ladies, I think it's time for us to redefine families, because even though I know we went to a different topic after that, I'm still stuck on the families. Because again, society thrives with families. Imagine if we had no families in the world, right? Yeah. Imagine if everybody was just to themselves, just going about their own business. How would life be? Because we see even people make families wherever they go. You know, when you move to a place, you don't have no one else there. Your community become your family. So it shows the importance of having family today in today's society. We really do need families.
Yeah. And there's so many There's so many values that are instilled in family that I think we're losing a lot of.
Yeah,
and it's unfortunately it's showing in society as a whole. People are so cold. People are so into themselves. People don't want to help their neighbor. They don't really care if their neighbor's going through other problems. You can see it even in the communication style, the togetherness. All these things that were rooted in family is lost now. And it's like, that's so sad that in a few years, we have totally destroyed and dismantled what a family looks like and what the core values of family is really about.
Exactly. You mentioned neighbors, but not even neighbors, families themselves. How many people are so willing and so quick to turn their back on their own family members, loved ones, people who bent over backwards for them, but at the end of the day, whenever that person was in need, they were so quick. They were so quick to turn their back on that very person who's helped them their entire life. So those are definitely things we need to bring back.
As you were talking about like the morals as well, I was watching a video the other day, and the guy, he was saying like, people complain about kids today, right? Because everybody's like, oh, kids are disrespectful, they have no morals. But he was like, but who's raising them?
Exactly.
We are the ones raising them. And he said, like, kids never change, right? Kids have always, since the beginning of time, tested the water, tested the family. But back then, it's like the parents would
discipline.
They would stop them. You know, if they would talk to an adult, not even a family member, not even a teacher, but just an adult, period. If they would say certain things to an adult, the parent, like, you already knew that adult was gonna get you. And then when you got home, you was gonna get it from your mom. But today, you are allowed to say it to your mom. You're allowed to say it to your grandma. You're allowed to do certain things that we didn't do before. Why? Because of the morals, because of the family dynamic changing. So we need to bring it back. We need to go back to the beginning. Yes, of course, some things needed to change, but not everything that made a family needs to change, right? So if you want to talk more about this topic, you can scan this QR code. There you go, bam, at breakingthesilence_2020. Talk Show. And there you will be able to comment, you'll be able to send us a DM, you'll be able to reach out to us, and you'll see funny videos of when we make mistakes that they love to put, especially of me, on our Instagram page.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna do it right now too, just like your bam. Your bam was just like, it wasn't like a bam. It was just like bam.
Yes, I already knew they were thinking
the same thing.
But you know what? I am not gonna apologize for that at all. But we are going to end it for here. I am not sorry for ending it today because we will be back tomorrow. See you later. Bye.
Bye.